down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Now the new pickup from New England. This is Damian Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a 2nd and 6. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On play action, Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete. Look at this Buffalo defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, they'll run with White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. To throw, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Hook made by Terrell Bernard. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
First down, here's White. Down right around the 25. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go with White on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when the team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So after the INT, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, this is Harris. Oh, some strong running. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. The Bills sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and 8. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 64 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
After incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Mayfield down. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Play action. Now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen able to get away. And this one too low.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Allen off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Trent Sherfield from 19 yards away. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Opting to run again here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Regular. Hey, alert 33.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They got 29 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a first down carry for Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Allen going to change the look here. Allen, off play action. They'll roll him out right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And audible here to get a new look. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So a risky move that does not pay off. And Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On play action, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Seriously? Is that even a play? 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
On play action, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going with White here, toss left. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A quality pickup from White, who really earned more time as the Bucs starter the back half of last season. Finished with close to 400 yards in the Bucs' final 8 games. Positioned himself as the leader in the backfield moving forward.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Baker changing the play at the line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They run the draw play. This is White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
3rd and long for Mayfield. It's caught. This is White. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 60 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to at least get one score back. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Seriously, just disgraceful.
Now Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Real.
Here's a toss right side with White to about the 26 here.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. White again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is White on the screen. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his right. Complete right side to Otten. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. Running out of the gun with White. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On third down, a run from White. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, it's Allen. pressure too much. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Throwing now is Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt him out near midfield, now they left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You've really put them in an impossible situation, because at the least, you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Again, this is White. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Buccaneers 14. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This is Hines. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll check this down to Hines. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward? Definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown.
Now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And they will take a knee here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show